we have this session. I think, can I go to we are quickly covering a flashback. What is drug discovery? Because that is a main, I've seen a lot of people were not on the same level. So let's have the quickly, we have limited time, so I'm rushing through, run through the slides. So this is an overview of drug discovery process. I am not getting into detail, but I am leaving the slides for communication later. So this is standard drug. Those who are not aware, these are like 6 steps. And let's go to the next slide, because this is the point here. What I am driving, most of the drug discovery is happening in the Western world. And this chart shows here, America has something like more than 50%, Europe has 33%, and Oceania, I mean Australia and all those countries have 7%. Where is India? Where is Asia? Next slide, please. You look at the slides here. India is, we have delivered only 4 drug discoveries so far since many, many years. That's our state of affairs here. And we are deliberating today on drug discoveries and pioneering this leadership, taking a leadership load. Where we are not there at all. And that's the purpose of this discussion today. Can I have next slide? So this is a clinical phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and just a snapshot. So understand this is a process of drug discovery, and then the preclinical development and clinical development happens. Next one. This is a favorite funnel, which how many drug entities enter out of 5,000 and 10,000 entities. One FDA approved drug is happening, and numbers are here. I'm just rushing through, but this is important that what we are doing. Where is the slide of purpose? Anyway, the purpose is that how we can go into the drug discovery here in India, it is a survival of pharma industry. Basically, we are not able to discover lot of companies except those who are in the Western world. So what is happening here in my previous job, external growth, licensing acquisitions, divestiture mergers, in J&J alone, there were 200 companies and licenses, because they were not able to catch up. Even J&J like company was not able to catch up with drug discovery wanted. So the purpose is that what we are saying, that instead of licensing and mergers, acquisitions, this is, I think, the slide. Why it's not coming? Yes. Today, many drugs are falling due to untoward toxic effects, and quest for the better and safer drug continues even more aggressively, and the industry is great pressure to reach desired level of innovation, profitability, and productivity. That's where I think, and desperate attempt on this is a survival, as I was telling, that closures, mergers, acquisitions, and divestitures are happening. To cope up with this challenge, we have 2 experts here. I'm not the expert here, but we have some of the questions, and since we are only 2 here, I will call upon audit here. I think Mr. Dikshit sir is there. Santosh Dikshit. So if he's there, that will be great. Let's start the discussion. Can I have the first pointers here? Some of the questions, so that you also can participate. Questions. So let me start with Santosh. They are there for you. So in what way might the integration of multidisciplinary science, such as quantum computing and genomics, and revolutionize the next era of drug innovations? Santosh, you were not there in the morning, but Mr. Dikshit has already discussed a lot of things. Single gene, single disease, targeted drug delivery, and if he is there, he can jump in. Otherwise, you just take over.
Great.
I
Hello.
think before that, Santosh should introduce and Ajay as well.
Yeah, I think introduction has been done. So, but I'm Santosh Taur, medical director for vaccines and digital at Pfizer, and I have done my super specialization in clinical pharmacology. I have been involved in phase 1 till phase 4 clinical trial during my academic stint, including biologic vaccines, stem cells, pharmacotherapeutics like therapeutic drug monitoring, BA studies, and that's why I'm here today to discuss about how drug discovery has evolved. And I think Vijay has rightly pointed out the stark differences between the Western world and the Eastern world. So to begin with, I just want to highlight that traditionally we have known that drug discovery takes around 15 to 20 years. Like I'm talking not only the discovery phase of the drug part, but from the discovery till the product is marketed. Okay, and it involves on an average around 2.5 to 3 billion USD investment. Okay, now, when we talk about such a high investment, today we have so much of technology advancement. What I see as an opportunity is that, especially talking about this quantum computing, genomics, all these opportunities, they are going to definitely reduce the duration of drug development by an average 500 days. Okay, they will reduce the cost of overall drug development by 25%, and definitely it will improve the efficiency. Now, how are you going to achieve it? Okay, so there are five important pillars of achieving this. One is how do you make our drug discovery and development more patient centric and healthcare professional centric? Today we hear a lot. I think USFD has very beautiful document of about nothing about us without us, which is our patient centricity mindset. So you really cannot develop any molecule, any drug, any biological without involving patient. Most of the times it so happens that academic institution, they do basic research, they come up with some discovery, and then only the molecules which has good commercial interest, those molecules and those targets are taken ahead. Okay, how do you change this bias? And that's where the genomics is helping us in a big way. Okay, genomic is not only promoting the drug development in a commercialized way, it is also promoting drug development where unmet medical need is lying. And that's why the first pillar of the modern drug discovery is making the drug discovery more patient and healthcare professional centric. Second pillar is leveraging on the digital and technology enablement. Now I think we know there are so many repetitive processes which take care of a lot of your target identification, lead optimization, lead identification. Now, simple automation can actually bring more efficiency and reduce the time for any of these steps. So this is going to be the second lever, how this newer technologies will help. Third is process redesign. I think there is a need to redesign most of the processes so that we bring more speed. Okay. Fourth is agile way of working. I think traditionally what used to happen, the academia used to do basic research. Then within pharma also there used to be different departments, they used to be involved in tandem. But now there is a need to have cross collaboration, not in tandem, but in parallel, so that we understand the insights in real time. And that's where I'm going to talk more about in subsequent questions about how do we leverage on real world data. There's a boom of big data and easy data. Okay, how do you leverage on that? And last but the very important is your advanced analytics, like predictive modeling. They have really revolutionized the way drug discovery and the drug development has happened. So that's in short about this multidisciplinary science advancement.
Thank you. First of
Yeah,
all,
Ajay. Yeah.
yeah, first of all, thanks to the organizer for inviting me. Uh, well, I'm coming from a slightly different background. I'm by training I'm a PhD biochemist, and I'm associated with Gennova Biopharmaceuticals since last 11 years. Currently, I'm heading the entire mRNA operation, both at R&D and manufacturing. And as the agenda itself is saying that driving innovation, whether it's there in India or not, as Dr. Vijay also showed in his slides, till 2016 he had the data, and just couple of them were on just a very minimal representation was there from India. During the COVID, we have seen a remarkable success from India. India was the only country which produced vaccines from all four possible platforms: live attenuated, protein subunit, DNA, and mRNA. Now I'll talk about my portfolio. So our company, Gennova Biopharmaceutical, launched the first indigenous vaccine from mRNA platform that was under the brand name of Gemcovac 19. And later, after a couple of months, we launched second vaccine that is Gemcovac Om, which was specifically targeting to the Omicron variant. So it doesn't mean that India is not doing the innovation. We are into the innovation. Now coming straight to the first point, quantum computing, genomics, how it is revolutionizing the next era of drug uh, innovation. So I'll take a case study of COVID-19 again. So the first viral genome was published somewhere in early first week of January 2020, and immediately within 11 months the first vaccine entered into the human arm. That was from mRNA platform. So this is how the things are evolving, and this is how is the multidisciplinary approaches are getting involved for boosting the drug discovery portfolio, both targeting the safety, both addressing the safety concern, efficacy concern, and also the speed.
Thank you. I think excellent. I think we should now understand that number 4 is going to be 6 and 7 for India. I think we have launched new drug discoveries in shortest time, breaking all the pathways of drug discovery timelines. I would say, I think we should give clap to Gennova, right?
Gennova.
Gennova Biopharmaceuticals. So that's excellent. Coming to the second question again, I would like both of you to address. How does the growing trend in personalized medicine influence the traditional approach to drug discovery development? Today morning, you both of you missed. There is a hospital in the home. That was the concept, I think, given by Santosh Dixit today morning. And that type of level of personalized medicines are happening. So, your perspectives, please.
Yeah, so this question is very close to my heart. Almost since last couple of years, I have devoted much of my time into the mRNA field, but now from last 1 year, I have been asked to establish the entire cell and gene therapy portfolio at Gennova, and that is what I'm doing right now. Majorly, I mean, the majority of my time is getting involved into that. So earlier there was a concept of bench to bedside, and now it has been shifted to vein to vein. So the difference between vein to vein, that is what is the personalized medicine. So if something is taken out from my body, those things are getting modified and again getting injected inside me. And here, the computational biology, the genomics, big data mining, all these factors are very crucial to deliver a safe and efficacious product in a timely manner, because these therapies are always given to terminal patients which are actually struggling for their life. If things are getting delayed, we are losing the life. So this is how the personalized medicines are getting evolved, and certainly in time to come, this will be the major focus area for the country. And India has a huge, I would say, the market, I would say the patient pool for such kind of things. And there are a very limited number of companies who have entered into this. There is a company from IT. They are into the CAR-T business, and there is one from Immunil from Bacon. They are also into the CAR-T. They are. The product has not yet been launched, but they are just trying. So the global trend, global interest, and or also the Indian interest is also moving towards these kind of things. And other than that, for gene editing, there are various platform technologies available like lentivirus based, AV based, CRISPR based, but those are quite, I would say, the traditional approaches and very cumbersome for manufacturing. And that's how the therapies are not affordable. If you see the therapy cost, that goes for 500, 600 million dollar actually. That is not at all affordable. And here comes some smarter approach, some new platform technologies like mRNA, like CRISPR. This is how the field is migrating from those traditional approaches to new platform to deliver something which is more affordable and more amenable to address the personalized therapies.
Santosh.
Yeah. Just to add on, like traditionally we have seen that diagnostics have always preceded the therapeutics. Okay, we always had bigger market for diagnostic because disease identification, diagnosis always used to take the precedence. And then we used to have limited success with the therapeutic. Now with the advancement of precision medicine or personalized medicine, the scenario has flipped. Now we have treatments which are guiding the development of diagnostic techniques. Just to give example of oncology treatments. Earlier we used to have drug which is developed for a particular cancer phenotype, and then we used to see that drug efficacy used to be 20%, 30%. But still it was useful because the 20-30% of population was getting benefited from it. But today we know that beyond phenotyping, there is something called a genotyping of the cancer. Now we have gone to the level of HER receptors, EGFR receptors, either for breast cancer, for non-small cell lung cancer. And now we are targeting the drugs only for those particular genotypes and phenotypes where it is likely to work. And that's personalized medicine, which is also being used in the drug development. And that area is now called a theragnostics. It is a combination of therapeutic and diagnostics. In theragnostics, what we are doing, we are identifying the targets. We are developing the diagnostic methods which will help us identify the population subset which are likely to get benefited from the treatment. And then your success rate. Now earlier if it was only 20 to 30% because the non-receptor positive population was actually diluting the benefit of your biologic of your drug. Now you are excluding that population. You are only focusing on the population who is receptor positive. Now your efficacy, your safety is much better than what it would have been. And that's how the drug development has evolved over the last many years with the advance of personalized medicine. And we also spoke about vaccines, how they are revolutionizing the whole biological era. Because in vaccine, just to give example, if you go with the traditional development approach, just to give example of meningococcal B subgroup vaccine, if you apply a conventional method of taking the serum from the animal who has been exposed to that antigen and just use it, it will not lead to any response because there is a homologous response between the sera of animal origin and that of the human origin. If you use recombinant technology, there are strain variations for meningococcal group B also. And that's where this reverse vaccinology is helping in a big way. What we do is that exactly using the principle of open innovation, where we have the genotype data of all these organisms readily available. Now, all these academic and pharma, they are coming forward to participate in this open innovation. It is no more intellectual property of limited few, and data is safeguarded only for their own research. Considering the larger importance of the innovation sharing, I think many partners, they are coming forward and sharing this data. I think Ajay spoke about this COVID. Had that data not been available to many other, we would not have had those vaccines so early. Just because the data was made accessible at pretty early during the pandemic. I think we could have so many vaccines entering the market.
Brings me to an interesting point. You said academy and industry collaboration. And I think most of you must have been aware that there is a promotion, government has announced PRIP, new pharmacy policy. I think you must have seen in last week, our health minister Mansukh Mandviya announced it and said 5,000 crores is offering, out of which 700 crores are given to only NIPERS and Center of Excellence, 7 centers of excellence. So the money is available for exclusively for R&D. And that's why the industry academy partnership can happen. The rest of the 4,250 crores are given to the industry. Industry has to come forward and get it for drug discovery. That's the appeal I'm making to all here, stalwarts, leadership. So we can move to the quickly to the third question. In the evolving landscape of drug discovery, how can regulatory bodies keep pace to ensure both efficacy and safety of novel pharmaceutical agents?
Okay.
Anyone of you? Yeah. You can take, Ajay, you can take.
So evolving landscape of drug discovery. It's a very,
It's a
debatable topic, I would say. We had a chance to walk on an untraveled path when we started working on mRNA. And not only working on mRNA, we delivered 2 products back to back. Within 2 years, we delivered 2 vaccines from mRNA platform. So we we faced a lot of challenges because there was no preset guideline available for mRNA, neither in India, neither globally, before COVID. Now, with the success of mRNA platform during the COVID, now every country is coming up with their own set of guidelines. So, same situation was there in India as well. We had a lot of challenges discussing with the Indian regulators from DBT, from SEDISCO, from everywhere, I would say. And but slowly, with close deliberation, brainstorming session, discussion on the data points, we both got convinced, and they helped us to deliver I would say, a quality, safe product. And so the story behind this is that the regulators should not always ask for a full compliance from the day one itself. They should approach the approach should be uh, they should
Because
adopt
I
the
think,
incremental data set.
so this is like emergency approval they have given.
Emergency
So-
approval, but even for other things also, they should always be ready to accept the incremental data set. Like I would
Okay.
say in phase 1 study, if you very early study of human trials, if you ask for a complete validation, qualification of each and every method,
It will
that
take
is
long
not
time.
that is not doable. That takes couple of that
Thanks, Ajay.
actually
We'll
takes a
cover
lot
a
of
couple
time.
of more questions before we are running out the time. Santosh, you please, next question. There, considering the intricate, next slide actually. Considering the intricate balance of ecological impact, this is like environmental impact, green chemistry. How can you pharmaceutical industry ensures sustainable innovation in drug delivery? So,
Yeah, I think sustainability has gained a lot of importance over last 5 years, I would say. And healthcare industry is definitely one of the industry which is actually accounting to the largest impact on sustainability. Just to
I
give,
remember one biosurfactants people are using which are biodegradable. Whatever surfactants going in pharmaceuticals, they are getting into the biodegradability.
yes, yes. So just to give you a data point is that in the USA, almost 8.5% of carbon emission is coming from the healthcare industry. And there's lot more which is also getting generated as a part of drug discovery, including your biosensor, chips, the disposable plastics, the devices, equipment. And unfortunately, apart from the drug approval, we currently do not have ERA, Environmental Risk Assessment, which is considered while the product is being approved. For many other industries, actually ERA is an equal part of the decision making.
Yes.
So maybe what I believe is that most of the industries have actually taken note of this and they have been working and they have good principles which have been laid down. Just to highlight some of the examples is that how do you redefine our processes to make it more sustainable, having less impact on ecology? What is sustainability? Sustainability is like whatever we do today should not impact our future within the boundaries of our planet's limitations. Okay? And that can be achieved by redefining, reinventing some of our processes. While digital and technology has really led to a good impact on sustainability, we need to also assess the long-term implications of this. Third is the green chemistry. There's something called as green chemistry. That green chemistry is nothing but how do you use your chemical processes which will have very less impact and produce PBT which is not beyond the certain limit. PBT is nothing but the substances which have potential toxicity, they are bioaccumulatable, persistent, and they also have toxic nature. So how do you ensure that green chemistry will reduce
Let's
the
take
PBT?
one more question then. Ajay, how can we effectively bridge the gap between traditional indigenous medical knowledge and contemporary pharmaceutical research for enhancement of? So it is like Ayurvedic, traditional medicines and allopathy. How we can bridge the gap?
Ayurvedic traditional medicine versus allopathy and also the product development. So I would say
We are talking about a win-win situation.
Yeah. So it's a kind of disease biology side and the product development side. So if you have to deliver a successful product, there should be a close, open collaboration between the disease biologist as well as the product development scientist. That's what.
Yeah. Last question. I think I am looking at the time and we are delayed. So, what are the potential implications of incorporating real world data, RWD, and patient-reported outcome in the early phases of drug discovery.
I think I alluded about patient centricity, and
Both
it
of
goes
you
hand in
quickly.
hand. Yeah, it goes hand in hand with PROs, because PROs not only restricted to phase 3. Now we see a lot of PROs being used pretty early in the drug development stage, and PRO is just an outcome, but patient insight have been also incorporated into discovery. Talking about RW, I think we have now social media data available, we have lab data available, we have proteomics, and all these things have been used for drug discovery also, just to identify the right disease area, to identify the right target, to identify what could be the right endpoint, right biomarker selection. I think this is all because of the real world data and the RW.
Yeah, Ajay, your thoughts?
So
Real world data and patient-reported outcome.
So real world data and patient report. If you actually remember the funnel that was showed in the
Yeah.
slide.
Yes.
So that funnel has these. There is a compound success rate of 10% only. Molecules that are entered into the funnel at R&D stage and molecules that are delivered in the market. So just 10% is the compound success rate, and majority of cost goes into the clinical trials. So, if the real world data or patient centric data is available to the researchers from the beginning itself, certainly there will be lesser chances of failure in the drug designing and R&D or establishing the POC.
Absolutely. I would like to throw open if anybody would like to have a point of, because we have a lot of experts there. Yes, sir. Your name and
Hello, my name is Dr. Hemant from Glenmark Pharma R&D, Mumbai base. My questions to Dr. Ajay Singh sir. What is the future of new product based mRNA technology in India? What is the future? Thank you.
mRNA is not just meant for the vaccine; it's actually a platform technology, and this platform has a potential or very established potential in the field of vaccine, in the field of protein replacement therapy, and also in the field of cell and gene therapy. Currently at Gennova, we are working in the field of vaccine and also cell and gene therapy. For vaccine, we are targeting couple of infectious diseases like dengue, malaria, HPV, zoster, and a few more. And we have already established the POC, and very soon we'll be entering into the CT. And for CGT or cell and gene therapy, I would say our focus is majorly into the genome editing using the mRNA guided platform, and also delivering the CAR-T using the mRNA.
I think one point I like to add here, lifestyle diseases. If you see all the drug discoveries, all Western discoveries are on lifestyle diseases, BP, weight gain, on all those, cholesterol. Whereas if you see malaria, what you said, filaria, diarrhea, they are not investing. Western world is not investing money on that, and that's what I think you people are doing. That's fantastic. Let's
And
give
one
big hand
more
to him, because these are drugs which are required by us.
And one more submission I would like to put here. This year, the Nobel Prize in the field of medicine was awarded in the field of mRNA platform, from which the COVID-19 vaccine was delivered. Yeah. And just yesterday, Nature has covered a very nicely this entire mRNA platform, especially focusing on the self-replicating mRNA. That is what is the Gennova IP.
Any other point from the audience would like to contribute? Last word from your side.
No, I think we have come a long way when it comes to drug discovery and drug development. I think we have seen amazing examples how development has been shortened to what we are seeing today. And like, we are in an era where emergencies may strike anytime. And we recently heard that SEPI has also come out with their ambitious plan of developing vaccines within 100 days. Okay, so we are talking about from discovery to development to market within 100 days, which is quite ambitious, I would say. And that is all possible because of the open innovation, because of the cross collaboration which is happening. Not only the industry, academia, but also regulatory bodies, they have come forward. they are looking at developing guidances. Like Ajay mentioned, when we had these newer platforms coming in, we didn't have guidance. But today we see WHO, US FDA, even India has come up with the guidances for developing these newer molecules. There are guidances for biomarker validations and development. So I think we would look forward to have more advancements in the coming year. We need to keep pace with it.
Yeah, and we are very fortunate that CEPI has funded Gennova Biopharmaceutical for developing a vaccine again in 100 days. Their 100 days mission, so we are part of that. And also, government is very cognizant and very proactive for establishing this, especially the mRNA platform technology in India. And they have, as he said, that close to 5,000 crore rupees have been sanctioned, and they have made couple of sub-sectorial committee, and I'm also part of that. So we are
Fantastic.
moving ahead.
Congratulations. I think being part of the nation building, you can say. Let's give big applause to our experts. And I think this was maybe pioneer drug discovery and driving innovation should have been first session. Anyway, thank you for your patience. Thanks a lot.